Hey guys, welcome. We've got a lower body workout today. You are going to need dumbbells, nice and heavy, and a resistance band if you want to add that in. I think in our second circuit, we're going to use it. We are focusing our glutes and our hamstrings today. So again, grab those nice heavy weights and we'll get started in our warm up. We're going to put our feet, wow, it is windy out today. I don't know if you can hear that. Just shut that. We're going to start off with those feet about hip width apart, hands behind our head. We're going to go into that good morning, hinging at those hips, sending those glutes backwards, standing up, and then we're going to drop into that squat, okay? So into that good morning, nice flat back, sinking down into that squat. Feeling those hamstrings lengthen, starting to warm up those lower body muscles, those glutes as we drive forward, and then we're sinking down into that squat. Awesome job. Feeling those hips start to open up. Is that range of motion getting a little bit deeper each time in that squat? We're going to do a couple more here. Most of our exercises today, so we're focused on lower body. We're going to be standing for most of them other than our glute bridge. So not a lot of modifications unless you have an injury, but your modification is going to be go lighter. Drop that weight, do body weight, or go lighter with that weight if you're struggling, okay? From here, we're going to go into a toe raise, heel raise, okay? So lift those heels, lift those toes. Starting to warm up those calves, the front of our shins. We're going to do 3 more here. Perfect. Let's step that left leg forward, heel, scoop, and reach. Really feeling some lengthening again in that hamstring. Reaching all the way up to the sky, scooping down, keeping those toes popped, getting a little bit deeper into that hamstring stretch. We'll go 1 more on this side, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. The next move we're going to do, we're going to come down into a kneeling position. If that's not comfortable for you, you can do this standing as well. We're just going to go into some lunges. Perfect, okay. So again, you can do this standing if that doesn't feel good, but what we're gonna do is a 3-way lunge. So we're gonna lunge forward, lunge out to a 45, and then lunge right out to the side. Bring it back to that 45, back to the front. So again, if this doesn't feel good on that back knee, go ahead, do this from standing. Really just starting to open up those hips here. We'll do 1 more round on this side. Really feel the lengthening in that hip flexor. Perfect, bring it back to the top. And then let's switch out to that other side. Hinge, 45, and then right out to that side, really feeling that inner thigh lengthen there. Using that mobility, so we talk about these dynamic stretches in our warm-ups. So we're not just holding a stretch for a period of time, we're working through these movements. We're lengthening, but moving as well. It's the best way we're gonna warm up those muscles in our body to prevent injury in our exercise, to help get deeper with that range of motion. 1 more here. Take it back to the top. All right, now we're gonna come down onto our backs. We're gonna go into a glute bridge here. We're gonna press up into that bridge, and then we're just gonna slowly walk our feet out to the middle, out, 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 middle, and back. So we're just kind of walking our feet out. We're gonna feel those hamstrings really kick in here, walking those feet back in. Keeping that core nice and strong, not letting that lower back do all the work here. Walking in, out, back in. Let's go 1 more time. Again, the farther your feet get away from those glutes, the more you're gonna feel it in those hamstrings. Good job. Bring those hips down. We're gonna come back up to that standing position. We're gonna finish off just in some squats with the front kick to finish up our warm-up. And then we're gonna grab our weights, grab our bands, grab our water, and get started. in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, let's go. All right, we are starting off with that prime time exercise. So today we are going to do squat thrusters. We're gonna grab 2 weights, squat, press those weights up overhead, okay? 1 minute, write down what weight you're using and how many reps. All right, here we go. We've got 5 seconds. Grab those weights. 1 minute to kick off our workout today. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to count those reps. Push those weights up overhead. So using that momentum from that squat, we're driving up, pushing those weights. We're not coming up and then doing a push press here. That power is coming from that lower body. Modification, you can just go do regular squats here. Go lighter with those weights. We are here for a minute. We're gonna see how many reps we can get. Good job, guys. Watching those squats. Remember, knees are tracking on those outside 3 toes. We are keeping that weight in those heels, driving up through those heels. Inhale down, exhale up. Almost there, guys. We've got 10 seconds left. Get those last reps in. And done. Awesome. Okay. Write that number down. Making sure you write down which weights you use that with as well, so you can compare next time we do that. All right, we're gonna get into circuit number 1. All right, guys, circuit 1, here we go. First exercise, we are going to be doing a glute bias squat. So we're gonna be really focusing on that squat. So to do that, we're gonna grab our weight in front of us. We are gonna hinge at those hips, and we are gonna slowly lower and come back up, staying in that hinged position. We're not coming all the way back up to standing. We're gonna stay in that hinged position. Really, we're lengthening those glutes here, so that is where we are really gonna work that lengthened glute, okay? Second move, we are gonna go into our staggered deadlift, 80-20. We've got our weight, we're hinging at that hip, driving forward, we're staying on that side. Third move, we're gonna go into a reverse lunge. So we are stepping back, and again, we're gonna stay on that side, okay? Second round through, we'll switch sides. Third round, we're gonna go into alternating, okay? So grab a nice heavy weight, single dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you have here, and we're gonna start off with these squats, okay? So feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. You can angle those toes out, whatever feels comfortable. Grab your weight, we've got 5 seconds. Here we go. Remember, we're hinging forward, keeping that core engaged, nice flat back. 3, 2, 1. So we're sinking into that squat and driving up. You want to really be feeling this in those glutes here. Good job, guys. Keep that core engaged. As we sink down, we're inhaling. As we come up, we're exhaling and engaging that core. If we've got that baby bump on as we stand, we are thinking about taking those muscles, hugging that baby, managing that pressure as we come out of that squat, okay? So we're inhale down, exhale up. Good job. Next, we are going into that staggered deadlift. Right leg is forward, weight is in our right hand. We are popping that left toe. We've got most of that weight in our front foot. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're hinging at those hips, driving forward. Thinking about shutting that car door with our butt, driving those hips forward. Keeping that weight nice and close to that leg. And we're hinging until we feel that tension in that hamstring, usually about mid-shin, but it's gonna be a little bit different for everybody, okay? So you feel that tension, you squeeze that glute, drive back up. Same thing, inhale as we hinge, exhale, engage as we come back up to standing. And rest. Here we go into a reverse lunge, 1 weight and 2 weight, whatever is more comfortable for you. I'm gonna try these, but I feel like this might be a little much. Okay, stepping back with our left foot, okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Into that reverse lunge, driving up through that front heel, okay? We're gonna inhale and up. With these lunges, the more you hinge forward, you're not rounding your back, but you're gonna hinge forward. As you sink down, we're gonna hit that glute a little bit more than standing straight up. We're gonna hit that quad. So we wanna be hinged a bit, stepping back to that reverse lunge. Oh, these weights are heavy. That's good. We wanna struggle on these last couple reps. Let's get one more here. Oh, all right. Okay, first set is done. Those are our 3 moves. We're gonna go through that 2 more times, breaking before the 3rd circuit for a little bit of core action. All right, grab that heavy weight. We're starting with that squat again. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're sinking down, driving up. Remember, we're in that hinged position here. So instead of our regular squat where we're coming back here, we're gonna hinge and drive up. Still thinking about those toes, tracking those outside 3 toes, those knees, tracking those outside 3 toes, watching we're not rounding that back, and we're keeping that core engaged to protect that lower back. Rest. Okay, staggered deadlift, other side this time. So we're popping that left foot. Sorry, left foot is forward. We're popping that right foot. Hinging in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, exhale as we drive forward. Focusing on keeping that weight mostly in that left foot. If you don't have a super heavy weight, you don't have that option, you can work on single leg deadlifts. So you've got one leg up and you're doing a deadlift. I like to do the staggered because I can go a little bit heavier and I want to be adding that weight, adding that resistance in my deadlifts. But if you don't have that option, that's a great alternative. We're just about there, guys. Whew, feeling it in that glute, that left glute. And rest. Here we go. Reverse lunge on the other side this time. So we're keeping that left foot forward, stepping back with that right foot. These weights are definitely unnecessary. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. I'm trying to increase my weights, which I don't do often up here because I only have lighter weights, but I went downstairs, got the big guys for today's workout. And like just carrying these up from the basement quickly while the kid was sleeping, trying to get it done. That was my warm up. It was like a farmer's carry. Oh, here we go, guys. We're almost there. Oh. Watch that front knee is not bowing in. We are driving up through that front heel, not pushing off that back foot. Oh, and rest. Okay, we're gonna take a little break here. Ooh, we're gonna come down onto our backs and we're gonna go into some leg lowers, okay? If we are expecting or that does not feel good in our body, we are going to grab a weight. We are going to send this here or here, and we're going into marches, okay? If not, join me on the ground. We're gonna go into some leg lowers. So we're here, we're gonna send those legs straight up. We're gonna work here for 40 seconds, okay? Here we go. Woo, in 3. Oh, come on. 2, and 1. So we're gonna lower that leg, bring it back up. If this is too challenging, we shorten that lever. So we bend our knees and either extend straight from there or just toe tap from there, okay? So the easiest is here, hardest, most challenging, full leg. Full extend, there we go, that's the word I wanted. Thinking about those deep core cues, whether we are decreasing that space between hips and ribs, we have that string tied to both hips and we're pulling it together. Really focus on engaging that core. And rest. We're gonna take 20 seconds here. We're gonna take a breather. We're gonna do that one more time, and then we're gonna finish off that first circuit with those lower body moves, okay? Again, if these aren't feeling good, we're standing up, Weights overhead or at our chest into those marches. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. If this is, you're really feeling this in your lower back and you've tried re-engaging that core, let's modify, okay? We don't want to be hurting ourselves. Maybe our core is just not quite there yet. We're here. Let's kick those legs out from that bent position or even go into those toe taps. And if we're doing those toe taps, remember, the further our knees out, the more challenging it is. Rest. All right, 20 seconds. Let's finish off circuit 1 strong. We've got all 3 moves. We're gonna do alternating on each of the moves except the first one. And then we're halfway through our workout, okay? Grab that single weight. Here we go into those squats in 3, 2, 1. We're sinking down, driving up. Mind to muscle connection, thinking about those glutes. When we lengthen and load a muscle, we're gonna build strength really a lot quicker. So that's why we go into this hinged position. We're lengthening that glute muscle and loading it at the same time. Good job, guys. We've got about 10 seconds left here. And rest. Into those deadlifts next. We're gonna grab 2 weights and we're gonna alternate that stagger with both weights, okay? Here we go. Start with that right leg forward. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hinge, drive, set up that other side. Hinge, drive, and alternate. Watching we're not rounding that back. As we move up in those weights, we're challenging ourselves. We've really got to think about focusing on that form and technique. It is way more important to do a move properly than it is to increase that weight. And that's why for my lunges, we're going to drop back down and rest. Okay, here we go into those lunges. We're going to do alternating reverse lunges and we're going to leave those monsters right over there. Okay, here we go into those lunges, stepping back in 3, 2, and 1. Step back, don't kick your weights, drive up. Stepping back, drive up. Remember, we can hinge, hit that glute a little bit more. Watch that front knee isn't bowing in. We're tracking it on those outside 3 toes. And as we drive up, we're driving up through that front heel, not pushing off on that back toe. We're almost there, guys. One more. And rest. Great job. First circuit is done. We're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna demonstrate, talk about our next 3 moves. First move, sumo squat. We're gonna go into a nice wide stance. Toes are angled out at that 45-degree angle. We're sinking down. We've got our nice heavy weight here. And we're driving up, same thing through those heels, feeling in those glutes, inner thighs. Second move, we are going to go into glute bridges. I couldn't read my writing there for a second. We're hitting a glute bridge, so we're coming down onto our backs. And we're driving those hips up with a weight on our hips, resistance band around those thighs. Because we are focusing on hamstrings today, we're gonna slide those feet out a little bit further than our knees. Lastly, we're gonna go into swings. So you can have 2 dumbbells here. If you only have light, big heavy weight in between into those swings, using the power from our lower body to push through that swing. We're not just swinging our arms back and forth, okay? All right, I think we've had a long enough break. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna start from the top, okay? All right, sumo squats, nice heavy weight. Rocking it in 3, 2, 1. We're sinking down, driving up through those heels. Nice and deep into that squat. We want to think full range of motion. So we think about little tips that are going to make our workouts more effective, more efficient. Using full range of motion is one of those things. So going as deep as you can into that squat and driving up instead of just here and pushing up. We want to go all the way down, really target those muscles, push your way back up. Slow and controlled. We're going to do one more and rest. Okay, hitting those glute bridges next. Nice heavy band around those thighs. Weight on our hips. Feet are planted a little bit further out than our knees. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale down. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. Now try to stay hovered off that floor. Don't let those hips come down and rest on that floor. Time under tension, keeping those muscles working the entire time. We're only here for 40 seconds. We want to make it count. If you're new to the bands here, do you feel any different? Is it more challenging? One more, guys. Inhale down. Okay, here we go. We are coming up into those swings. So grab either that single heavy weight, 2 weights if that's what you have. We are hinging at that hip. In 3, 2, and 1. This always makes me nervous doing this in my bedroom. I'm gonna drop this weight and cause some serious damage to a wall, the floor, window, mirror. So think hinging at those hips, using that power from those glutes, driving forward. We're just picturing our arms are kind of ropes hanging off our body with weights on the end. Our lower body is doing the work here. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good job, guys. Whew. We are getting our heart rate up today. Deep breath. Grab a drink. I forgot my water. Whew. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, here we go. We're starting from the top. We are going back into those sumo squats. How did that weight feel in your first round? Can we go a little bit heavier? Whew. We're almost there. A few seconds left in our rest. Starting from the top with that glute or that sumo squat. In 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Exhale up. And again, modification. Get rid of the weight. Go ahead and do these body weight. Good job. Just about there, guys. Keeping that core strong. Shoulders are back. We're relaxing those traps. Relax those shoulder muscles. We don't want those shoulders up at our ears. Good job, guys. 3, 2, 1. Down into that glute bridge. Whew. Band on. Weight on hips. 40 seconds of these. Ooh. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Now we normally have our heels pulled in more towards those glutes. Here I want to hit a little bit more hamstring in these. So we're walking those feet out a little bit more. You're going to feel it more in the backs of those upper legs, not arms. That would be a problem. Keep a little bit of resistance on that band. Another way to keep those muscles working, increasing that time under tension. Keep that muscle loaded. And rest, 20 seconds. Whew. Second round, we're going to finish off with those swings. Oh, I have a kettlebell up here. Let's use that. That's better. 3, 2, 1. Much better grip. Pushing through with those glutes. Awesome job, guys. We're almost there. We're going to do a little bit of core and then get into our last set. Focus on that breathing here. Big breaths into that belly. Those muscles need that oxygen to keep working. Don't hold our breath. And rest, 20 seconds. We're gonna work a little oblique here. We're gonna go into some side bends, grabbing a single weight. We're just bending, pulling back up, utilizing that oblique to pull that body back up, okay? Grab a weight, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge, pull back up. Watching that alignment, we've got those ribs stacked over our hips. We're gonna hinge, pull back up. This is a move often you're gonna feel the next day or two. Our obliques are sometimes a little bit neglected. So when you do work them specifically like this, we might feel it the next couple days. So important, do some stretching, lengthen that side, help those muscles recover. One more on this side, and rest. We're gonna take 20 seconds here, because we're still recovering from those swings. I don't know if you're like me, have that heavy weight, our heart rate is still up there. We need a minute before we get back into those sumos. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge. Tomorrow, I believe we've got full body coming. So if you're a full body person, favorite, Friday is your day. Friday, whatever day you're doing it. Almost there, guys. After this, we're gonna take 20 seconds. We're gonna grab that heavy weight again and get back into those sumos, glute bridge, swings, and we're out. Almost. Ha ha ha. 3, 2, 1, and rest. How many of you are just gonna start shutting the video off before that last minute or two? You know, you're like, I know something terrible is coming. And you're just gonna shut it off. I'm gonna have a little secret question at the end of all the videos. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Wide stance, 45 degree with those feet. And then you're gonna have to answer that. So I know that you made it to the end. You stuck with us for that last burnout move. Inhale down, exhale up. Watching those knees. Sometimes, especially in these sumo squats, we're bowing in with those knees. Keep those tracking on those outside 3 toes. Full range of motion. We're at the end now. We're tired. This is when we start to cheat those moves. Don't do that. Don't cheat yourself. We're only here for 30 minutes. Make it count. All right, glute bridges. Let's go. On to the ground. Three, 2, 1, here we go. I should have said this from the beginning, but pregnancy modification, any modification, we can take this weight off our hips, obviously. We want to keep that baby safe. We can also come around onto our hands and knees and go into donkey kicks with the band around our knees if we're more comfortable in that position instead of on our back. Watch those hips don't come down to that ground. All the way down, all the way up. And rest. Okay, guys. We've got this. We can do this. We've got to do our swings. And then we're finished. We're almost done. We're out of this block, out of this circuit. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Into those swings. Let's go. This is another one of those exercises. Your reps do count. You do want to do as many reps as you can. In our strength moves, I preach that we need to be slow and controlled. You're focusing on form, you're focusing on technique. It doesn't matter if you do 10 or 3 reps, as long as the form is correct. In these big cardio moves, we want to try to get as many reps in as we can. Get that heart rate up there. We're working on strength today. We're working on a little bit of cardio. We've got some core in there. 3, 2, 1, a little bit of everything. And you thought you were coming here just to work those glutes and hammies. Well, I tricked you. We got her all done. Okay, 1 minute burnout, guys. We got this. It's this fun little move called burpees. But we're gonna do intentional burpees. We're not gonna do burpees where we're just flopping around. So what we're gonna do, we've got our weights here. We're gonna squat, kick it out, bring it in, and up, okay? Squat, plank, throw a push-up in there if you're feeling crazy, and up. We're going to do this for a minute. Pregnancy mod, or anybody else mod, we can use our chair, even a wall, something to elevate that upper body. I have nothing. Pretend we're gonna go into mountain climbers. Work that core a little bit, okay? You can even do burpees on a chair, so you're here. Wouldn't suggest this if we're pregnant, but you're jumping out, jumping in, and reaching. All right? Do something, move your body for a minute. I don't care what it is. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. So we're out to the plank. Push up, squat, and up. All right. You modify whatever works for here. If you want to stand here and keep doing squats, that's great. If you want to do jumping jacks, you go ahead, you do jumping jacks, do something that gets that heart rate up. That's going to challenge you for this last minute. We're going to go hard here. We're not finishing workouts not winded. We're not thinking about grocery lists. We're not thinking about what we have to do later in our workout, because that means we're not working hard enough, right? I want you to just be thinking, I hate you, Brie, this sucks. Because that is what's going to get us results. You're like, this sounds horrible. I quit. And we're done. We're done, guys. We did it. Take a few minutes, let that heart rate come down. Do some stretches. Think about things that are going to lengthen hamstrings, glutes, figure 4, pigeon, nice forward fold. Don't do that when you're still winded. Lengthen, do some stretching. Great job getting to your mats today, guys.